Elaine Thompson here, certified life and weight loss coach and former extreme yo-yo dieter. Today, I want to have a chat about meal prepping. Ugh, am I right? I know it sucks to spend your entire Sunday, the one day you had to truly relax and let your brain recover from the week before, in the kitchen. That's why I don't, like ever. And you shouldn't either. There's no reason to waste your precious downtime preparing the top recipes, or even worse, scouting out 4 different specialty food shops before you can get all the ingredients for just one dish. It's ridiculous and gives meal prep a bad name. All you actually need to do to set yourself up for the week is have a few staples on hand, probably mostly proteins, to make your meals effortless. I'll put the highlights in the notes so you can skip around, and I'll drop more tips and tricks in the links below, including how you can get all the weight loss help you need by joining my next challenge. For now, get freaking excited because I'm about to change your meal prepping game. Okay, so my very first tip, and one almost every guru and weight loss focused cookbook ignores, is to just keep it simple. It's like they think the more complicated they can make something, the better you'll think it is. So not true. What's valuable to me is getting in and out of the kitchen in record time. That's why I have my clients keep it simple. No over the top anything. Your food doesn't have to be a 3-ring circus. Just stick to the basics. There will be plenty to choose from. The very most you're going to catch me doing in the kitchen is adding a good dose of seasoning, marinating when appropriate, because nobody likes a dry piece of chicken, let's be honest. And then all that's left is the cooking. And that is where tip number 2 comes in. Stock your kitchen with amazing tools. I have a couple things I didn't know I couldn't live without until I got my hands on them. The Instapot. It's laughable now, but I spent so much time resisting this thing because Pinterest told me I had to have it. Just trust Pinterest, Elaine. It knows best. It takes about 5 minutes to prep anything. Then the pot does the rest of the work in record time. Shredded chicken or pork, hard-boiled eggs, pot roast, the list goes on. You're just one quick Google search away from having your protein one and done for the week. Now you're also going to want to pull out that air fryer. This bad boy comes in handy more often at dinner for me, but it's definitely still worth the mention. Crispy deliciousness can be yours too. Chicken wings, perfectly crunchy yet tender Brussels sprouts, even steak dinners, all done in less than 20 minutes. Plus, you can quit setting the smoke alarm off every time you cook. I mean, that can't just be me. It's a win-win. Oh, and just a heads up, line your sheet pans with tinfoil before you pop them in the oven. Makes cleanup a breeze. I've got one more tip for you before I wrap this thing up. In the beginning of any new weight loss journey, you're going to be experimenting. You have to figure out the foods you enjoy that also work with the plan. That's, of course, to be expected. But once you do start finding those favorites, go ahead and put them on repeat. Mostly my recipes involve a generous drizzle, or, probably more like a pour, of olive oil or quite a bit of butter, some garlic and onion powder, salt, and pepper. All of that goes into a Ziploc bag, the big freezer ones, along with whatever protein I'm feeling at the moment. Mix it all up, just like that. Let it sit for a few hours, and it's ready to throw in the oven. Seriously, those spices alone will get you far. I used to spend so much time carefully constructing my grocery list, then searching the grocery store for whatever ingredients were listed that I had probably never heard of before. Half the time, I had to find an employee to help me, and even they could only give me blank stares. Then I'd get home, and of course, inevitably, I would have forgotten at least one thing. And now, at least 2 hours into the process, I would get to the actual cooking. It was exhausting and it left me dreading meal prep. Now that I have my go-tos, my grocery list is short and sweet. Just whatever I'm running low on from the week before. Takes me about 10 minutes to get the entire trip done. I toss in a Ziploc and then it's into the oven or the Instapot, of course, or the air fryer. I mean, I used to lug out that big old food processor, pull the KitchenAid out, get all my pots and pans. By the time I was done, the cleanup was a whole nother hour wasted. Really is so draining, right? Okay, anyway, so once I have my protein cooked off, I spend the rest of the week pairing it with air-fried veggies thrown on top of a salad. And in my case for me, I just grab the bagged kind and I skip that little toppings bag in there, throw on some ranch or blue cheese dressing, call it a day, or whatever else I feel like to complete my meal in the moment. Next week, if I'm ready for a new protein choice, I just cook something else. It keeps everything simple. I hope that helps you take the pain out of food prep. It really can be a time saver when you do it right and leave all the ridiculously complicated stuff for someone else. If you want to try a different, simpler approach to weight loss that works, join my next 8 Pounds Down challenge through the link below. It will change everything.